Welcome to the the-fwot-show on the Coil Entertainment Network, fixing the planet, or at least trying to, one idiot at a time. I'm Rob Steele, that is Jesus Jones in the background, and on a personal note, just to kick off the show, I'm not a fan of horror movies, and it's not something I could really ever explain. It was not the, ooh, a jump scare, yeah, whatever. Look at all the blood, yeah, whatever. It was just something I never got into, and I could never really explain it until I heard this reasoning recently, and I liked this. Watching a horror movie is very much a first world kind of thing. You don't really think about it that way, do you? But it's a first world thing. Horror movies don't go over well in third world countries because, frankly, those countries are kind of scary enough as it is. And the idea of paying expendable income for the sole purpose of feeling fear, that's just a foreign concept to them. And I think that makes sense. And I think that's why I don't like them. I mean, there's enough things in this world to be scared of. Take what Trump did this week. Good Lord. All right. I mean, he signed another executive order, or 6 or something. I lost track of the numbers. This time he reduced the amount of care that veterans can receive from the VA. Really? Really? Because, yeah, why should we bother healing our troops? We'll just, underpay them, send them to war where they can get shot up, and after that, f*** them. Seriously, does he actually think they do any? No, he doesn't. F*** them. That's his attitude. Don't believe me? Check this out. The Pentagon, under his command, if you want to call it that, has been offering citizenship to any immigrant who served in our armed forces. Well, that makes sense, right? But as it turned out, nope. Just kidding. Thanks for your service, but you know what? We're going to deport you now. He's doing that. Who is that? Whose idea is this? Here's a hint. He's orange, and he has the biggest brainy stuff, and good at talking, very good at talking. Oh, you should see him talking. You should hear him talking. I mean, seriously, just listen to this.
I have broken more Elton-John records. He seems to have a lot of records.
Why the hell is Elton-John being brought up? I don't understand that, but okay, fine, whatever.
And by the way, I don't have a musical instrument. I don't have a guitar or an organ.
He has no organ, and he admitted it.
No organ. Elton has an organ.
I'm almost afraid to ask how he knows Elton has an oh wait, the musical kind. Never mind.
No, we've broken a lot of records. We've broken virtually every record because, look, I only need this space. They need much more room. For basketball, for hockey, for all the sports, they need a lot of room. We don't need it. We have people in that space.
Yeah, all this space between your ears, that should count for something.
We do it without, the musical instruments. This is the only musical, the mouth. And hopefully the brain attached to the mouth, right? The brain, more important than the mouth, is the brain.
His only instrument is his mouth and the brain attached. Really? The brain. He doesn't have one. He doesn't. I mean, this is the same guy who, in the same speech later on, started shaming the Me Too movement. Oh, it's such a horrible thing, the Me Too movement, mainly because they're going after him for sexually harassing, teenagers? Didn't he rape a 14-year-old not that long ago? Seriously? Have we forgotten that already? But while he's shaming the Me Too movement, I mean, that was the same day he hired somebody named Bill Shine. Do you know Bill Shine? He's the guy who used to work at Fox News, the guy who wanted to cover up all the sexual harassment stories in Fox News's entourage of whatever they are. They're not newscasters. Pricks. Pricks who don't know what they're doing. That's what them. Same day. Really? Is that a good idea? Of course, he's not the only one in Washington who is just an absolute ass clown. There's a resolution that is trying to go through the Congress and the Senate and all that crap about making it illegal to breastfeed in public. Yeah, I'd like that to not be a thing, but there it is. They said that breastfeeding, and I'm trying to figure out how this works. The report that I read from multiple sources says that breastfeeding causes unnecessary hurdles for mothers seeking to provide nutrition for their babies. What? And if you don't know what the show title means, go to the website and look it up. Really? Because I mean, I know not all moms are capable of breastfeeding. That's fine. I understand that. So that's when you turn to formula. Fine. I get that. But how exactly do moms who are capable of breastfeeding, I mean, the only hurdle is the people in public going, oh, how dare they breastfeed in public? Shut up. Get over it. I mean, it's summertime. You go to a swimming pool, you're going to see a guy without his shirt and, oh, he has nipples. I'm going to go swimming later today. If you want to come by, you can see my nipples. I don't care. I really don't. And if any women want to have theirs out, I'm not going to object to that either. They're not gonna. It's not that kind of pool. Damn it. But, you know, if you want to breastfeed your child, I mean, there's a woman who comes to my pool regularly, breastfeeds her child in the pool, which is kind of awkward, I would think. I've never had to maneuver a child in that particular position before, but it looks awkward for her. But you know what? If she wants to do it because the kid's hungry, knock yourself out. You know, it's not a, breastfeeding your kid in the pool is not a by-the-book thing, but hey, whatever. Oh, and speaking of books, there's a guy by the name of Tim O'Brien. Do you know Tim O'Brien? I didn't either. But he's the editor of Donald Trump's books, his best-selling books. He's got the best books. Oh, they're not the best books. However, Tim O'Brien let it out this week that Donald Trump didn't write any of his own books. Because, seriously, do you know how hard it would be to edit crayon? Come on. Let's have a bit of good news. Because we could use good news. And it's good ecology news. I'll call it ecology. You know, it's about animal poachers. That's right. Good news about animal poachers. Because there were some poachers in Africa going after rhinos. And the rhino horn, because it's an aphrodisiac or it's made out of ivory. I don't know. That's what they do. They poach rhino horns. Anyway, this particular group, not going to be poaching any more rhino horns. Because they were mauled to death by lions. Isn't that a wonderful story? We're going to kill this animal because of, it's a lion. I have nothing else to go with that. I just think it's funny. Kind of like the stupid sports news of the week. I don't understand the concept really behind the massive publicity that's gone into the hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. I mean, it's a tribute to gluttony. I guess I don't understand that. But next year, Major League Eating, which is apparently a thing, is going to try an electronic scoring system. Because this year, they made some mistakes in the hot dog eating contest. They didn't count correctly. I'm not entirely sure how this works. They claim, well, even NFL refs make mistakes. And you know what? That's fine. If you miss a hot dog or two, that's fine. Each contestant, as I understand it, has their own judge to go 1, 2, 3, which is as far as Trump could get, and that's why he's not a judge. Anyway, how can you miss 2 plates worth of hot dogs? Because that's what happened in this competition. I don't know which contestant it was that said, I ate more than that. I counted. And they went to the replay because they needed to and said, hey, this official missed 2 entire plates worth. How do you miss that? That's your job. You have one job. Count the hot dogs. And there's like 10 or 15 to a plate. How do you miss that? If you understand that, and I'm not sure I want an answer, but if you have one, go to the website, the-fwot-show.com. Give me an answer. Give me more questions. Give me ideas for future stories on the show. Whatever you want to do, you can subscribe to the show. There's buttons for iTunes and the Google Play Store and YouTube. Subscribe to the show. There's buttons for Facebook and Twitter and email. Send me information of things that you want to know, because that's what I do. I pass things along. While you're there, go to the Fwot shop. Pick up a hat or a t-shirt or something. Wear it with pride, because that's what I do. And you should do that too. Jump on the bandwagon. Like people know what a bandwagon is anymore. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with some bizarre tech news. It's actually an ad I got last night while playing one of my whopping 2 games I have on my phone. And it's a bizarre thing, and you know I'm not religious. But there's an app called Bible Tech or something like that, where it will give you Bible verses. I get that. Bible trivia questions. Yeah, I get that. And Bible caller ID. I don't get that. Jesus is calling. No, that would just be weird. But it had a trivia question next to it that I was amused by. The question is, Jesus turned water into A, wine, B, juice, C, milk, or D, blood. I thought, yeah, it was blood. Jesus, he's a vampire. Yeah, sure, why not? You know what? Have a good week, everybody. I'll be back next Tuesday, and look out for that Jesus feller. Apparently, he's a vampire.